Hi and welcome to all the racing enthusiasts around the globe joining us for this pre-recorded show, which is recorded early doors for the meeting tomorrow, which will be on the poly track. And just having a look at the card, it looks to be a decent card. Fairview poly track, which will be the 5th of November. And joining me on the line is the resident expert, which is Grant Paddock. Grant, off air telling me that the weather's been quite warm and beautiful, but expected to change.
Yeah, morning Sheldon, morning punters. Yeah, it's been extremely hot this whole week, and but there's a front rolling in now. The wind has picked up, so something's definitely going to be happening later on today, there's no doubt.
Well, let's hope that happening is backing winners, and let's get straight into race number 1, where we have two first-timers dominating with number 3, Tanzanite. So let's get to number 1, Cheeky Cranberry at 12-10. Of course, Richard Fourie and Alan Greef. Combination speaks for itself. The horse to beat, no doubt, number 3, Tanzanite. Kelvin Abib for the Gavin Smith stable. Late Gavin Smith at 14-10. Number 2, French Romance, 7-2. And then it's 12-1 bar. Now looking at race number 1, number 3, Tanzanite with the exposed form, does appear tough to beat with the experience?
Yeah, 100%. This will be Dean's first runners in his name, and hopefully he has a great start to his training career. Yeah, a lot of talk on the ground for Tanzanite. No talk for the two first-timers, Cheeky Cranberry and French Romance. Punters need to just watch your betting as the day goes on and gets closer to race time. But Tanzanite, very strong, very good last run. Improving, having its peak run here, 14-10 is a very good price, and I think punters can banker this one in the buy pot. The biggest danger is obviously if the 1 and the 2 are anywhere near ready, they should be dangers, and then Sombria will probably fill up the back end of Cortez. But yeah, very strong on Tanzanite here, Sheldon, and I'm tipping it 3-1, 2 and 5.
On to race number 2, and we have an early casualty in the form of number 7, Miss Mackie. So looking at the Hollywoodbets site, number 7 is scratched with a 20% deduction. Number 8, Missouri Flame, is now 18-10. Muzieni for the Kelly Mitchley stable. Number 5, On an Impulse, is 22-10. Mio Destino, number 3, is 28-10, and then you can get 7-1 and better the rest. Now, Grant, looking at race number 2, there's only 3 runners that are seeming to be well fancied in the betting. Tell us how number 8, Missouri Flame, is doing back home.
Yeah, she's doing all right, no complaints. I think it could be a little bit soon, 10 days out from her last run. She was very, very green on the grass last time out. First time they did have a bet, the stable had a bet, but the greenness caught her out. I am a bit concerned with her stepping onto the poly with that greenness. She's a very immature filly, and could be a little bit touch on the soon side. Number 5, on the other hand, On an Impulse, a lot of talk. The dogs are really barking for this one at Fairview, and got the right kind of a form to be competitive in a race like this. Mio Destino from the Sharon Cotson Yard, always there and thereabouts. Trifecta Quartet horse, and Bugle, who's just coming back from a gelding. He'll be fit enough. There's no doubt about that. A little bit of a wide draw at 7, but he'll be in the money as well. But yeah, very strong on the 5 here. On an Impulse, he's my nap for the day, and I'm tipping at 5, 8, 3 and 4.
So there you heard from Grant Paddock. The nap of the day is On an Impulse, and just having a look at the current odds, 22-10. So 22-10 On an Impulse, and that is the best bet of the day for Grant Paddock. Sailing into race number 3, and I see number 5, Royal Missy, will be your banker, who is currently 13-10. Once again, we do have an early casualty in the form of number 2, Golden Alexia, so a 15% deduction. So these are the revised prices, with 5, Royal Missy, 13-10. Number 3, Oh Mandy, 18-10. And number 1, Royal Mermaid, is 2-1. So Grant, looking at the betting, very congested up front with the top 3.
Yeah, it is pretty much like that, but I made this an absolute boat race between the 1 Royal Mermaid and 5 Royal Missy. They'll run 1-2, there's no doubt. Royal Mermaid just gave the nice, easy 1,200 meters first time out here. They're stepping up to the right trip. You know the filly from your neck of the woods, and there's a lot of talk about her as well at Fairview to win this race. But Royal Missy, very, very unlucky last time out. She should never have got beaten. She got a bolt for a run at a crucial stage as they swung for home. She'll be a very big runner as well. It's the exacta for the day, the one from the 5, there's no doubt. Oh, Mandy will fill up trifectas and quartets, and the Creamer Christie will run 4th. I'm tipping at 5, 1, 3, and 6, Sheldon.
Stepping into the woods of race number 4, and now the punters can start to get excited, because we love it when you have your value bets, because you get some decent value here. And horse number 5, Rototo, is currently trading at 6-1. That's your value bet for the day. We'll get to that into a moment. Number 4, Wild Fig, is 22-10. Number 1, Captain Clever, 5-1, with number 7, King Rahul. Number 3, King Sailor at 11-2. And then 5, Rototo, and number 6, Supreme Judge, are both priced up at 6-1. No scratchings at the early time of recording. And this horse number 5, Rototo, Chad Little, he's riding exceptionally well. And the Nell team, they'll have this one spot on for the day.
Yeah, 100%. There is a scratching in this race. The 9, Arabadicia, has just come out, Sheldon. So there will be a minor deductions over there as well. Yeah, I really do like this horse, Rototo. He loves the course and distance. A very good run last time out, where he ran on very strongly over 1400. Step up to the mile. Decent draw at 6, nothing wrong with that. His biggest dangers will probably come from King Sailor and King Rahul. King Rahul won his last 2, holding solid form. He is stepping up in trip to the mile, and that could be a concern, because he's a solid front runner, and we never know what kind of headwind we're going to get. Wild Fig, 2-1, way too short. Drawn 7. He's probably going to have to step up a little bit to be competitive in a race like this. And I've got a lot of time for King Sailor. Supreme Judge is another horse that now stepping back up in trip could run into the back end of quartets. But I really do like Rototo. Good value there. And I'm tipping at 5, 7, 3, and 4.
Right, so as we're recording at this point in time, just coming through in the last couple of minutes, number 9, Arabadicia, is a late scratching, priced up 8-1, so it hasn't come off the boards just yet. So looking at the betting, it will be revised there. Moving along to race number 5, and let's just have a look at this point in time. Number 3, Bayer Moy, is trading at 14-10. Guess who? Richard Fourie and Alan Greer, 57 kilograms, the 4-year-old filly, taking on number 1, Speed Racer, the 5-year-old Gelding, at 5-2. Number 4, Sylvonian, is 7-2. And then we have number 6, Fiery Countess, at 9-2. 12.5-1 and better the rest. Looking at race number 5, Grant, there's a mixed bag here. The fillies, the boys, different ages. What do you make of race number 5?
I make Speed Racer one of the better bets on the card here, Sheldon. Very good last run, last time out, over the 1200 meters course and distance. He's 5 kilograms better off to head. Figure he'll have to improve a couple of lengths to beat him, that's for sure. Sylvonian, the other Dean Smith runner, holding solid form over course and distance. He's got to be a big runner as well. I'm not too keen on Bayer Moy. She's probably a trifecta kind of a horse in this category. I think she's way too highly rated. And then Fiery Countess is another decent filly, holding decent form and very good over the poly track and trip. So yeah, very much in the camp of Speed Racer. I think he's worth a bet, and I'm tipping at 1, 4, 3, and 6.
Next up will be race number 6, and this is over 1,200 meters, an 82 handicap. And when looking at this, number 1, Tintamare, this is the current favorite with a merit rating of 85, draw 5, 61.5 kilograms on the back. And he has an individual who hasn't looked back, has gone win after win after win, is now a 4-time winner with the 3 placing from the 16 runs to date. So let's kick off with number 1, Grant. Here's a horse who's just climbing the ladder at a rate of knots recently.
Yeah, Sheldon, he's actually been very, very well placed by the Smith Yard, there's no doubt. And they found the right races for him. They don't run him every week, and he's holding solid for me. He really done extremely well over the sprinting trips on the poly tracks, taken to it very, very well. He'll be a hard horse to beat, there's no doubt. His biggest danger is going to come from number 7, Halcyon, who's given a very soft introduction to PE racing. Now we got Richard Fourie on. There's a jockey strike there. There'll be a lot of money for this horse race time, I'm almost sure. I'm just concerned second run. Tintamar is solid front running type of horse. Swiss Walt will be another one that will be out there probably trying to cut his throat, which could be to his detriment. But I think Tintamar is good enough to beat this lot, to be honest with you. And I'm going to tip him to beat the 7 Halcyon, 9 Travel Master, and 5 Donny T to fill up the quartets.
Next up will be event number 7. All things being equal, 16:02 will be the time the starter says go. And this is a 96 handicap over 1,400 meters on the poly. And just taking a look, number 1, Golden Link is rated 100, will carry the 62 kilograms. Louis Mkotwa rides for the Sharon Kotson team, a 3-time winner with the 9 placings. In the favor, number 1, Draw. And looking at this individual, second to Anushka's World in the penultimate. But that last outing, that was a big run, 2 lengths behind Mercantor.
Yeah, very, very big run. He's got to be a massive runner. He battles with breathing issues, this horse, and sometimes when he goes around the turn, he does battle a bit. He's got to give quite a lot of weight away, and that could be a negative. He's a horse that goes up there from the 1 draw, and there's quite a lot of speed on here. This horse, Champanel, he can stretch along out in front. There's no doubt about that, and Marco's not going to hold on to him. It's a very tricky race this for punters to get through. I'm in the camp of this horse Final Try. I thought his last win was absolutely spectacular. He really won a very, very good race. Kendall's taken the ride on him. I see Richard's opted to go for Weekend Goal or Not. They've actually swapped mounts because that was ridden by Kendall first time out, and he ran a very good 4th over the mile. Stepping back in trip is a concern for me with Weekend Goal or Not, but I'm sure he'll be competitive into the trifectas and quartets. But this is a very, really difficult race. The 7 horse also holding solid form. He'll be there and thereabouts. And punters are going to have to take quite a few horses in the pick 6 just to get through here, Sheldon. I'm tipping at 3, 5, 2, and 7. But as I say, punters need to go really as wide as possible.
And then bringing down the curtain will be race number 8, which is due off at 16:37, and this will be run over 2,000 meters on the poly track. And when looking at race number 8, hopefully we'll be in front and our pockets will be full, and we'll be playing for free going into the final leg of the exotics. And just having a look at race number 8, I see you going with numbers 4, 9, and 10. And looking at number 4, this is an individual who coming off a victory beating Alado's Pride and a second to Home Reef last time out. And then you're throwing in horses 9, Alado's Pride, who ran second last time out, and number 10, 3 Cheers, who's run a second and a 4th. So you're going the form runners here and looking for a form result.
Yeah, I'm actually going all 4 Ziesman Westhuizen horses, to be very honest with you. I think he's made a lot of money for the 11 horse Richard the Fearless. Hopefully the kid knows how to do his fractions this time out. This horse and Roll the Dice cut each other's throats last time out. It was unbelievable. Roll the Dice packed it up at the top of the straight, and he still stayed on to run a very good 4th. Hopefully one of them take a seat and we can get a proper price. But yeah, I think the Ziesman Westhuizen race to lose this one, to be honest with you. I do like George Handel. I like the booking of Richard Fourie. He'll be running at them very hard off a solid, strong pace. The likes of Alado's Pride, 3 Cheers, and Richard the Fearless to chase them home. But yeah, this one should have a good. Well, he has got a very good hand here, and it should take a lot of beating. If punters need to go further, Juan Carlos is a horse to have a look at. I do feel that he's a way better horse on the grass than on the poly. And number 7, Slandermar, is another horse that could go into pick 6s. But I'm tipping at 4, 9, 10, and 11, Sheldon, and that should be enough.
Well, there we go. Just looking at the money on number 11, Richard the Fearless, from 5 to 1. The early money has come down 7 to 2. So let's see if that shortens further and if the money is spot on. Number 4, George Handel, is 4 to 1. 1 Carlos 6 to 1 with number 9, Alado's Pride. And then it's 7 to 1 and better the rest. But you heard from Grant Paddock. He's going with the Oosthuizen runners, and maybe they can run first, second, and third. Now, lastly, but not least, we're going to go down to your suggested bets, and hopefully they come to fruition.
Thank you very much, Sheldon. Best bet, race 2, number 5, On an Impulse. My value bet, race 4, number 5, Rototo. And my suggested bets, the place accumulator, goes as follows. We open up with Bank of 5, by bank of 5, by 5 and 7, by 1 and 4, by 1 and 7, by 2, 3 and 5, by 4, 9 and 10 for 72 Rand full unit.
Well, there we go. On the song, on the button, hopefully, and Grant Paddock's given us the lowdown on the runners, and he'll be looking for a big day, and maybe On an Impulse and Rototo. Those are the two runners that we'll be following with keen interest. Once again, thank you very much for your time. You always do the behind-the-scenes work, and often they come to fruition. So thanks very much, Grant, for your time.
Thank you very much, Sheldon, and good luck to those punters playing tomorrow. Goodbye.
Thanks very much to Grant Paddock, the resident expert in Port Elizabeth. Gqeberha, nowadays they call it. To me, it's still Port Elizabeth. But nevertheless, let's hope your horses run faster than the rest of them.